Hey y'all, today we are making chicken Alfredo stuffed shells. We started with 1 stick of butter and we're doing 3 cloves of garlic, fresh garlic. And we're gonna let that simmer for just a minute until that garlic becomes fragrant. All right, that was about 2 minutes. Now we're gonna add 1 pint of heavy whipping cream. This is our fresh Alfredo sauce that's gonna go over top of our chicken Alfredo shells. We're gonna do about a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. Once it comes to a simmer, we're almost finished. We're gonna add our last ingredient, which is Parmesan cheese. Now you better watch this because this is cream, so it will boil really quickly on you and it will be all over your stove. We're using 2 to 3 ounces of Parmesan cheese. All right, so you're gonna let this simmer for about 15 minutes and you're gonna stir occasionally. Make sure that cream doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. Now it's been simmering for about 15 minutes. Look, it thickened up. It's perfect consistency. You don't want it super runny. You want it nice and thick where it's gonna stick to the shells. See? It's gonna stick nicely to those shells. All right, now let's go make the shells. All right, y'all, it's time to make the filling. We are starting with 2 cups of shredded chicken. You wanna make sure it's nicely shredded. I chopped it with my salad choppers with these. Who else uses these? I use this to cut up my chicken for my chicken salad or for any of my shredded chicken recipes. It's my favorite. Then we're gonna do 1.5 cups of mozzarella cheese and 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. Next, we're gonna do 1/4 cup of sour cream. 1 cup of cottage cheese. I use this kind, the small curd. I'm gonna use 4 ounces, so 1/2 block of softened cream cheese. And then what would any of my dishes be without some fresh garlic? I just chopped this, it's 1 large clove of garlic. Once you get that all together, you're gonna give it a good mix. All right, y'all, now that we have that nice and mixed, we have one last ingredient, our fresh spinach. So we just have baby spinach and we chopped it up a bit so it'd be a little bit smaller. We're gonna use about 1/4 cup of that. And we're gonna cook the rest of this as our dinner. We're gonna bring in our 9x13 baking dish. We're gonna give it a little spray of EVOO. We sprayed our large shells with some EVOO so that they wouldn't stick together. We cooked our shells to what the package said. We used Barilla's jumbo shells and it was boiled for 9 minutes. Now that all of our ingredients are ready, we are gonna start building our dinner. All right, here's our last shell. That took us about 5 minutes to fill all these shells and a couple of dirty hands. So now I'm gonna go wash my hands before our last step before the oven. So we are gonna be using our homemade Alfredo sauce, but if you're in a pinch and you need something quick, you can use a 15-ounce jar of Alfredo sauce. But fresh is always best. And we are gonna cover them up with this Alfredo sauce. And now we're gonna put this in in a 350-degree oven for 30 to 40 minutes until it's heated all the way through. Y'all, look at that. Look at it sizzling. That fresh Alfredo sauce, fresh garlic, fresh ingredients. We are gonna let it cool off for just a minute and then we're gonna dig in. Say hi to Bo. Bo! All right, we're gonna dig in. We're gonna pull out just a couple of these shells. We're gonna start it off. Oh, that cheese looks so good. We made a side of spinach tonight with this. So, what's your favorite? Yum. How do you make spinach? It's gonna be delicious. All right, let's check it out. See if my kids are gonna eat it tonight. This is gonna be hot. We have garlic bread in the oven, spinach. It is family dinner tonight. This dinner took me about 45 minutes to prepare, and then 35 minutes is what I put it in the oven for. That's what I set the timer for, and it's perfect. All right, we're gonna dig in. Y'all, this is a must try. My little guy, come here. You're gonna love this. You need to taste it. You need to, this is my picky one. Y'all, this is my picky one. Hold on. It's really hot. All right. Truth.
Yes.
Look at it. Look at the can. Look at everyone. Say yes or no.
Yes.
Are you gonna eat it now?
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching. All right. Oh, dinner's done and it's delicious.